Can you guys believe that tomorrow is Halloween? By the time I get this video up, it'll probably already be tomorrow, which will be Halloween, but isn't that crazy? I feel like summer was just yesterday. These past 2 months have gone by so quickly, I just cannot believe it. I am super busy today. I have so many things to do, but I really want to make this video because this is something that's important to me and it's something that I really want to talk to you guys about. Today's video is going to be on my top 10 ways to make you happy. And who doesn't want to be happy? Everybody wants to be happy. And unfortunately today there's so many pressures on everyone. There's so many stresses out there and everyone just feels like they're moving so fast and it just seems like everyone's got something to be angry or upset about. And I always try to stay as happy and positive as I can, not only for me, but because I have kids. You guys have to remember that when you have children, you are their role model. So however you see yourself and how you react to things in your life, you're gonna pass that down to your kids and they're gonna start doing the same behaviors that you do. So we wanna try to make the best example for our kids. Trust me, I know it's a lot easier said than done. Believe me, I have been through a lot in my life that I haven't yet even shared with YouTube, and I know how hard life can get. I just wanna make this video to show everyone what helps me in my everyday life, and hopefully it will help you as well. So my first thing on my list is, guys, I know that this is so cliche. Everyone always says, be positive. But I really do think that it will help. If you are constantly looking at everything in a negative way, it's going to have an effect on you as a person. It's going to make you doubt yourself. It's going to make you feel less about yourself. So staying positive isn't just like, oh, be happy. It's more along the lines of believing that things will get better, or you are capable of doing the things that you want to do, or it's okay if things don't always work out the way that you thought they were going to. It's just trying to keep a positive mindset instead of just always thinking the worst about things. Even though it is one of those overused phrases, I really do believe that staying positive will help you, not just in the short term, but definitely in the long run. So you guys have heard this saying, you are what you eat, right? If you guys are constantly putting bad food into your body all the time, it really does start to affect you. I'm not kidding. It will affect your skin, it'll affect your weight, it'll affect your mood, it'll affect your brain. It really does. I'm not saying that I eat as well as I should. I love to eat and I'm not always picking the best foods, but I do try to keep certain foods out of my house. And I do try to generally eat good foods because eating crap will make you feel like crap. And then as far as exercise goes, we all know that exercise is amazing for your health. It also is wonderful for your brain. It is proven that when you exercise, your body releases a chemical that makes you feel good about yourself. It makes you feel like you're on a natural high. Exercise is a wonderful way to get your brain feeling good, to make your body feel good. Even if you don't have that much time, just take a short walk, get that time to yourself, and you'll feel so much better. This is probably one of my biggest rules out of all of these, maybe. I think so. This one is so important to me. Oh my gosh, I have lived by this rule for years. I have put a stop to letting anybody into my life that causes me negative stress or emotions. I'm not gonna give up my precious time that I either have with myself or with my kids to hang out with somebody that makes me feel like crap. It's just not going to happen. When you hang out with someone that doesn't make you feel good, they bring on emotions like jealousy or envy or anger or stress or anxiety, and all those things are bad for your body. I've always said that when you hang out with somebody, when you're done hanging out with them, if they made you feel better about yourself or your situation than you did before you hung out with them, then that's a great person to keep in your life. If you feel worse about yourself or your situation or what you have or what you do than you did before you hung out with them, then you need to cut them out of your life because they are toxic to you. They might not be toxic to somebody else, but they are toxic to you and you are your most important person. I don't put up with that at all. They're just gone, done. As far as bringing anything negative into my life, that is one that I still work on because I do tend to get myself caught up in some things every once in a while, such as like spending too much money and stuff like that. That kind of stuff will bring you down and cause you stress, and everyone needs to work on that. And that is one thing that I still tend to work on. So I definitely recommend cutting out anybody or anything that brings stress or negativity into your life. Just out. Get them out, guys. Get them out. So the way that you put yourself out into the world is the way others will perceive you, and however they perceive you is how they're going to treat you. So if you're out there with your shoulders down and your head down and you're looking like you are just down in the dumps, they're going to treat you like you're down in the dumps, and people are just going to pass you. People aren't going to want to necessarily talk to you, or they're going to feel bad for you or pity for you, and those are not the emotions that you want people to feel about you. If your face looks angry or mad, people are going to assume that you're angry and mad, and they're going to treat you like you're an angry or mad person. If you walk around with your shoulders back, your head held high, and with a smile on your face, you're so much more approachable. You will make more friends like that. You will feel better about yourself on the inside. I put a smile on my face and say hi to almost everybody that walks by. I just think that's the nice thing to do, and it makes me feel better. Even if they don't say hi back to me, I always just feel better about myself, because who doesn't like to see somebody with a smile on their face? It just makes you feel good. I've seen so many people who've had a problem with this one. I don't understand why. Maybe it's because they weren't raised to understand that they should always have a hobby, but I really try to teach my kids to always have something to do that they love. Whether it be a sport or writing in a journal or playing music or drawing, as long as you have some sort of a hobby to take away that place of boredom, then that's all that matters. I constantly find hobbies. I'm constantly trying to give myself something to look forward to, something to give my life meaning. Like even right now, I'm doing YouTube. If I weren't doing YouTube right now, I would be like redoing my entire house. Because the kind of person that I am is that I always have to have something to do, and I always try to find it. And it gives me something to do. It makes me feel good about my day. I don't feel like I'm just sitting around wasting my time. It's so important for you to have a hobby, even if it's just something small, just something that makes you feel like you have a purpose, something that makes you feel good about yourself, something that gives you something to look forward to. All right, this one I don't really see too often when people talk about how to be happy, but let me tell you, this is a huge deal with a lot of people. I don't think that too many people talk about this because they don't even realize that they're doing it. I've seen so many relationships get ruined because of either the computer or because of the cell phone or because of social media. They're not only ruining relationships, but they're also putting off the things that they're supposed to be doing. And then in turn, when you get off your cell phone or the computer, you turn around and you have so many things to do. You feel like you're lost, and then that causes you stress and anxiety. So the best thing to do is try to limit your time on social media. Computers, phones, all those things can actually be a great thing. They can help you in so many ways, but you must limit them just like you must limit everything else. Everything has to be done in moderation, everything, and that includes social media. So just try to limit your time on there. Give your family or your boyfriend or girlfriend or your parents the time that they need. Also give yourself the time that you need off of social media, and you'll feel a lot better. All right, this next one is something that I had to teach myself to do over the past few years. When I was younger, I never wanted to cry. I always tried to hold it back. I thought that crying was weak. And I think that's where a lot of parents are going wrong now. They're constantly teaching their kids, do not cry. Crying is for girls. You know, don't cry, that didn't hurt. And let me tell you, crying is such an important thing to do. It is such a release of emotions, and it makes you feel so much better. It's like one of those things where the parents would be like, oh, if you're mad, go upstairs and punch your pillow to get all that frustration out. It's the same thing with crying. If you're really stressed out, you're really feeling down, go have yourself a really good cry, and it just will feel like all that stress will just go away and you'll feel a lot better. A lot of times I'll go take like a 30-minute shower and I'll just stand there and I'll have a great cry. And then when I get out, my eyes are all puffy, I look like a mess, and my kids will see me like that and they kind of understand. Like they don't even ask me like, Mom, were you crying? If I'm in the shower and I'm taking that time to myself, they kind of understand, all right, Mom needed a cry. And honestly, they're probably happy because I probably feel a lot better after I did it. So go ahead and have yourself a good cry and don't worry about it. Crying is not just for babies. It's important. So go do it. All right, this one is huge, and it's so huge not only for adults, but it's really, really big for a lot of preteens and teenagers. Oh, this one just frustrates me so bad because someone will always have something better than you. Somebody will always look better than you. Somebody will always have better than you. Someone will have more than you. You've got to stop comparing yourself to others. And this honestly goes back to a couple of the other points that I've made. One with social media and the other one with cutting negative people out of your life. When you're comparing yourself to somebody and they're making you feel bad about yourself, you probably don't need to have them in your life. If someone has more than you or is doing better than you and they're a good match for you, you wouldn't even notice it. They should be supporting you. They should be making you feel better about yourself to hopefully get you to the point where they are. If they're making you feel bad about yourself, you got to cut them out. Social media is so hard for kids because everything is put out there for these kids to see. And I see it a lot with these young girls. They're constantly looking at these pictures or these videos of these people that are on. Yeah, this one upsets me. They're comparing themselves to them and feeling so much less than them. Like even with this video that I'm making right here, I have messed up 75 times already. I messed up so many freaking times on this video, and the good thing about it is that I can go put it in my computer and edit all this stuff out. That's the same that goes with any other video, any other picture. They're all edited. What you're seeing on Instagram or Facebook are people's best pictures, and a lot of them have been super edited, or it was like their 50 millionth picture that they took that just happened to be the best shot. And a lot of these girls are seeing that for the first time and just instantly thinking that that's what they should look like, and they're comparing themselves to that. And that just breaks my heart. A lot of what you're seeing on the internet is really just what the person wants to show you. It's really not who they are. I can make myself seem like a completely different person on here than what I really am in real life. Because all you're seeing is a quick video of me sitting here in this room and talking to you guys. Meanwhile, I could go upstairs and be somebody completely different than who I am on this camera to you guys. So just remember that. Don't compare yourself to people that you see all the time, because they're not always who you really think that they are. If you're constantly comparing yourself to somebody in your life, that is just not a good thing to do. You don't want to do that to yourself. You want to feel supported. You want to feel like the people that are in your life make you feel better. And also try to take the time to remember the things that you do have. I know sometimes that can be hard, but most of us have a lot that we should be happy for. And I think that we all take that for granted sometimes because we're always looking at somebody who has more or better than us. But I think we should all stop and just be thankful for the things that we do have. There are a lot of people who would love to be where we're at. I think that everybody needs at least one person in their life that supports them. If you're constantly like going through people or relationships, or you have a marriage that you're not really giving that person all of you, you are just going to burn through relationships, and no one's really going to understand the true you and then be able to support the true you because they've never been given the chance. I believe that everyone needs at least one good friend in their life, whether it be your husband, whether it be your sister, whether it be a best friend, your daughter. I really believe everybody needs at least one person, because that person can help give you a lot of good advice. They can lend a helping hand when you need help. They can be someone to cry to, someone to talk to. Having at least one good, healthy relationship is super important. I've always believed that having like 10 million friends is so not necessary. All you really need is just like one or two really good friends, but you have to work on that relationship. It is important to understand each other. It is important to know what makes that person who they are. And the more you know about them, the more you support each other, the better your relationship will be. And then once you build that relationship and that trust, it just makes you feel so much better to know that you will always have that person no matter what. I know what you guys are all thinking. You're probably like, what the heck? Money does not bring you happiness. And I know that. Money does not bring you happiness, but money can cause you a lot of freaking problems. If you are spending way too much money, that's going to cause problems in relationships. That's going to cause problems with your family. That's going to cause problems with the things that you own. That's going to cause credit problems. Limit your money spending, because although money can't buy happiness, money can truly be problematic. I'm telling you. Here are some society of more, bigger, better. Live within your means. If you don't have $1 million, don't spend your money like you have $1 million. Do not get too many credit cards. Credit cards are scary, you guys. They will bite you. But limit your spending money, spend what you have. Make sure you're taking care of your family and your bills and your needs first before your wants. If you're spending too much money and you're wasting your money, I'm telling you, it's going to cause you problems. Don't do it. All right, guys, those are my 10 ways to be happy. I'll just do this because I feel like I look happy. If I helped at least one person to put a smile on their face, then I did my job. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any other tips that you want to add for ways to be happy, just leave them in the comments down below. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you want to be notified when I put my next video out, just hit that little bell. I hope you guys have a very safe and happy Halloween. Get lots of candy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!